Hello everyone who is watching the channel. Today, we will embark on a journey back in time millions of years ago when humans were at the dawn of history. That was the time when our ancient ancestors still lived in caves, hunted for survival, and gradually discovered the secrets that helped them survive in the harsh nature. Music. All music, right? Yeah. Heat. Music. In the harsh life, primitive people began to create traps for hunting. They dug deep holes, planted sharp spikes, and cleverly covered them with leaves and soil, making them look like normal ground. This was not only labor, but also the gradually forming intelligence, knowing how to calculate, how to wait, and using tricks to deal with wild animals. When dusk fell, the traps were ready, and they waited anxiously for their prey to fall. Music. Before dawn, the group was in ambush around the dense forest. Their eyes were tense, watching every little movement. Some followed animal tracks on the ground, lightly running their hands over fresh footprints. They hid behind thorny branches, waiting for the decisive moment. In the darkness, breathing heavily, hearts pounding, everyone knew that today's hunt would decide the survival of the entire tribe. Music run. A fierce roar rang out as the woolly rhinoceros appeared. The group quickly surrounded it, their spears aimed straight at the giant beast. It charged like a storm, kicking up rocks and earth, forcing the hunters to dodge by inches. The confrontation became fierce. The beast's heavy footsteps shaking the ground, while the humans used all their strength and coordination to fight back. This was a life-or-death moment. Music. Come on. Music. The huge beast charged furiously through the jungle, sending the hunters running in all directions. They slid over tree roots and through thorn bushes covered in sweat and dust. Some quickly climbed tall trees, trying to escape the fierce blows below. In the dim light, the scene became a tense chase, where life and death were only a step apart. On the high branches, primitive men gripped their spears tightly, their eyes filled with tension. Below, the giant beast was still rampaging madly. They knew that running away would not save them, so they began to prepare for a counterattack. A few brave men slid down the tree trunks, their spears clutched tightly, ready to face danger to protect the group. The primitive people began digging holes, planting spikes, and camouflaging them with leaves and dry soil to create a deadly trap. They bent over and worked in silence, each movement filled with tension but determination. Once the trap was completed, the group disappeared into the dense thorn bushes. The children's eyes flashed with fear behind the spikes, while the adults gripped their weapons, ready for the moment of life and death. Music. A loud roar signaled that the giant long-tusked boar had entered the battlefield. Its red eyes and sharp tusks made the atmosphere heavier than ever. Suddenly the ground collapsed and the beast fell into a pit filled with sharp spikes. Smoke and dust rose up. The hunters stood at the edge of the pit, sweat streaming down their faces, weapons raised high. The decisive moment had come. Either they would finish off the monster or be crushed by its rise. We have come. Music. After the hunt, they returned to the cave. The first fire blazed, dispelling the darkness. Meat was roasted on the embers, the aroma spreading gathered around the fire. They shared the first cooked meal, the moment that opened a new era for mankind.